back to the channel. If you're new here, remember we have a playlist that helps you lose between 5 and 10 kilos in 12 weeks. In the month of January, which is what we're in now, we've posted 3 workout videos for you to follow. We'll continue doing this month on month. So to follow the 5 to 10 kilo goal, remember to find the workouts within the playlist. If I was you, I would utilize these workouts on a Monday, Wednesday or Friday, and you could either do this on a Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Spread them across the week. You'll also find that we've posted an active recovery day. Squeeze that in on the 4th and keep things nice and primed and moving so you can make these workouts really effective. So if you're looking to lose weight, build strength, improve your health, remember to hit the bell icon, subscribe. Every time we post a workout, this will notify you. And if you're stuck on anything, get into the comments. This is your opportunity for us to come back to you and give you some feedback and coaching. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna help you achieve your first chin up. So you might be thinking, Andy, why the hell are you wearing a coat and a backpack? Well, chin ups are one of those exercises. If we carry any dead weight, they get harder. This is why when we're training it, we must think about your body weight. So for the majority of people, shedding some pounds will help them with the efficiency of their chin up. It's what we call a relative strength exercise, pound for pound strength. So if I was to do a chin up with all of this stuff on, it'd be a lot harder for me to achieve. Think of this like your body fat. If you stripped it off and you were a leaner individual, you would find your chin ups a lot easier. So first port of call, lose some weight. This will help you with your chin up. An integral part of you improving your chin up is firstly understanding the difference between grips. It's a common question that we get asked a lot of the time by clients within the gym. So your first grip, your easiest grip is the neutral grip. That's this one on the bar. We also tend to use this a lot for beginners because it gives us the most range of motion, so it's really good and healthy for your shoulder mobility. The second chin-up grip is the underhand grip. Really common, people see this one a lot. So you're in this position. As soon as you go pronated, so your hands facing downwards, it becomes a pull-up. This is because you don't have the same range of motion and your chin won't go above the bar. Now your hardest grip is the one as wide as possible with your hands facing down. So they're your different basic grips for chin-ups and pull-ups. So our first grip, neutral grip. Greatest range of motion, easiest grip. Our second grip, underhand grip, chin up. We then move to pull-ups, where you have your hands pronated, facing downwards. Shoulder width apart. As you can see, I don't get as much range of motion, hence it's a pull-up, not a chin-up. And then your hardest grip is the widest one, again a pull-up, hands facing downwards. And as you can see, range of motion significantly decreases. So before I begin with anyone and their chin-up program, the first thing I check for is their shoulder integrity and mobility. Because if we don't do this, it's a surefire way to cause problems with your shoulders, impingements and pain points. For example, one of the reasons we start with a neutral grip pull-up is because it gives you significant range of motion, and we want to promote that, 1 for health, 2 for performance, and 3 so we can sustain it over time to get stronger and help us with our weight loss journey. An example, if you go wide grip, it's a significant strain on the shoulder joint. So if you don't have good integrity and overhead reach, then you're going to put a lot of strain on your shoulder joint. The chin up is one of those kingpin upper body exercises, and the reason for that is you have to display good shoulder mobility. You use a lot of upper back muscle, but the other thing is, because it's pound for pound strength, you're actually in control of your body weight, display the strength that's required to shift your body through the desired repetition. So it's one of those upper body exercises that should be a kingpin in your programs. So if you're wondering what good shoulder mobility looks like, and what it actually means is you can get your hands in a nice straight line over your head past your ear. So if you're standing lateral to me, you can see my eyebrows and I'm in line. So what we tend to find is people with poor shoulder mobility get stuck around here. So this will be an indicator on, if I can't get my hands over my head and I'm going into this position, there's a likelihood that my shoulder is going to take a lot of the battering. Now what this would mean is you're probably not quite ready yet to do your chin-ups. But fear not, there are some exercises that I'm going to showcase now for you to implement into your training to ready yourself so that you can get into your chin-ups with a good overhead reach and good shoulder mobility. So if overhead reach is one of the problems for you, then these two drills will help you build that mobility required for your chin-up. The first one is a modified puppy pose. Get the stick, have it in this position with your hands facing upwards. What you're looking for is that you're shoulder width apart. Elbows on the bench, create a space for your head to go into, and you're just in this position where you're flexing your elbows over your head. What I can feel here is a massive stretch through my upper back and my lats. The key, release, take a deep breath in, and on the flexion, just release your breath and try and get that nice range of motion open. So the modified puppy pose is one of my favorites for building overhead reach and opening up your lat muscles and your upper back muscles. The second exercise that I like doing to open up my shoulder mobility and open up my lats is a half kneeling lat stretch. So you need a fixed bar. I like to use a Smith machine. You could use a barbell on a rack, but this is nice and fixed, so it's easy for me. Half kneeling position. Just want to get my hand nice and extended or my arm nice and extended, and I get a nice stretch through my lats. Key, deep breath in, fill your rib cage, and then exhale on the stretch. So you're pulling down slightly, squeezing your glutes. You've got this long chain of a stretch. The other thing you can do to make it a little bit more difficult for yourself is turn your hand around, supinate, and do the exact same thing. So you're getting a big stretch through your lats. And if you combine these two stretches and put them into a program over time, you'll find that your overhead reach will get better. You'll be perfectly primed to start your chin-ups, and this will help you do the desired repetitions without any pain through your shoulders, and you can start building strength doing those chin-ups. So now we've established what the difference between chin-ups and pull-ups are. We've understood that your body weight matters with regards to your relative strength. We also understand that your overhead reach and your shoulder mobility is key, so you're pain-free and you can perform the exercise without impingements and build strength. The next thing I would do is implement these 3 auxiliary exercises to facilitate the strength during your chin-up exercises before moving forward with doing your chin-ups so you can perform them better. And the first one is your elbow flexors, your bicep muscles are largely responsible for helping you initiate the movement. Now, people tend to be weak in their bicep muscles, so performing a variety of bicep exercises is key in giving you that elbow flexor strength to facilitate your chin-up. Try doing things underhand grip, try doing things in what we call a neutral grip or a hammer grip. This will give you a good amount of grip strength as well as elbow flexion strength to facilitate your chin-up. So the next exercise will build your pulling strength, so a lat pull down. In this position, I'm going to put my hands supinated. All I'm doing is working full range of motion, building the strength through my lats and my pulling mechanisms. And then over time, I can make myself stronger at this exercise to help facilitate my chin-up. Another key is to change and vary the grips. So similar again in this neutral grip, and now I'm pulling. So incorporate bicep exercises, incorporate pull down exercises, and these will go a long way in helping to facilitate the strength or the base strength needed to help you with your chin-ups. So we've established that your body weight plays an integral part in your ability to perform an efficient chin-up. Remember, if you're 80 kilos, then you must have about 80 kilos of strength to pull yourself up. The second thing is, if you're 130 kilos, then that requirement goes up and it gets a lot harder to perform your chin-up. So working on your body composition, your body weight is a key part of you performing efficient chin-ups. The second thing is we've introduced exercises like bicep curls so that you can facilitate elbow flexion, one of the things that is required when you're pulling yourself up in your chin-up. The other thing is pull down, so working on your pull down mechanism, getting good positioning in and building efficient strength before you get into your chin-ups is important. The next thing that I require people to do is get into the chin-up bar and start working. Now we use bands, and as you can see on the rack here, we have 3 different bands. We've got one with a lot of tension, one with a little less, and one with even more less. Now, the reason why these are really good is they unload you. So you're lifting less of your body mass so that you can get more repetition in. You can build good positions at the top and end of the bar, and basically you can get stronger and more efficient at pulling yourself through the chin-up. So I just quickly want to show you how you get into one of these bands. Believe me, over the years I've seen a lot of funny things happen. So there is a way in which you get into these bands so it doesn't hit you in the chin. Come a little closer, George. So you want to pull down. That's why it's efficient that you do pull downs in your workouts. You want to pull down the band, lift one knee in, and you're nice and strapped in. And make sure you are so that that band doesn't hit you in the face. Now I'm using neutral grip. Remember, this is one of the first ones that we use, good range of motion. And as you can see, the band is unloaded my body weight. So it's making my 93 kilos of body weight really easy. And what I can do here is build good patterns, get lots of repetition in, make sure at the top and bottom I can get good full range of motion, and concentrically I can build strength in doing my chin-up exercise. Now, over the weeks, as I get more efficient at doing this, I will just layer it down. I'll take this one off, I'll go a slightly lighter band, and then at the end I'll go in the most lightest band, and then hopefully I can get rid of that. And once I've worked my way through the bands, getting repetition in, I will then add what I call an isometric pause in. What this does is allow us to get strong in the angle I'm holding, plus 5 and minus 5 degrees of that angle, so we can work on positions of weakness and build good patterns. Now, as you can see, I've gone all the way down to the lightest band that I have. Firstly, I recommend you do it here. So we'll get in the same way. And as you can see, look, I have to pull a lot more because the band's lighter. And all I'm going to do is hold a good isometric position in my weakest position at the top. I might hold for 5 seconds and then lower back down again. Repeat. Hold for 5 seconds and then lower back down again. I might play with different amounts of time that I hold in that top position. Now, what you can also do to make it slightly more taxing, take the band away, grab a box like I'm standing on, jump up into that top position and hold. And then lower myself back down. I might cluster those repetitions. So I've done one, I'll then jump again. Rep number 2, hold for 5 seconds. Jump back down again, full stretch, cluster it, go again. This way, I repeat lots of repetitions with good quality, but I spend more time in that top position where we're most likely going to be the weakest and hold bad patterns. So this is the next phase of your chin-up. The final phase of your chin-ups is the most grueling, the most taxing. You're now able to get up there, hold yourself without a band. You can hold that isometric. So the next thing we're going to introduce is an eccentric. So it's the most grueling. It's going to make you the most shaky, but it's also going to make you the strongest. So all I would like you to do is jump on the box, jump to the top position, and you will come down at different levels of eccentric timing. So for example, we might begin with 10 seconds. I might just do the 1 repetition. So I'm up there, and I'm going to count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll work that full range of motion. I'll work my eccentrics. I'll recruit more muscle fibers. I will get stronger. I might just do the 1 repetition with the 10-second eccentric descent, and I'll just build sets and repetitions of that. What you'll find over time is that your strength will get better. They say if you can lower yourself in 30 seconds, you can do 1 chin-up going up. So now I can do my chin-up, box comes away, I start with a dead hang, and I should be able to pull myself up into the chin-up position and nice controls on the way down. We're looking at anywhere between 3 and 4 seconds. So if you follow these processes, you'll find that you'll be more efficient when doing your chin-ups. The likelihood is you'll get to do a chin-up in quite a quick period of time. Recommended within 12 weeks, you should be able to do your first chin-up. I also recommend that you get a minimum of 30 repetitions of your chin-ups over the spread of the week. If you do this, you'll keep consistent, you'll build strength, and you'll soon start adding weight to your chin-ups and progressing them onwards. So to conclude, body composition matters when we think about the efficiency of your chin-up. Your shoulder mobility and your lat integrity is important so you don't hurt yourself. You need to build strength in what we call your synergizing muscles, so your elbow flexors, your biceps, your upper back muscles, your lat pulling exercise muscles. You should then be working on the skill and the strength of the output of your chin-ups. We've spoken about using bands so you can get good amount of repetitions, unloading your body weight whilst you practice. We've spoken about using isometrics to get strong in positions of weakness. and we've used eccentrics to accelerate our strength. From there, we work on our chin up in a good fashion, full range of motion. One of the biggest keys that we see people make mistakes with is actually doing chin ups with small ranges of motions and not actually finishing a rep or completing a full rep. If you follow these processes, within a 12-week period, you should be able to do your first chin up. I'll be keen to hear. Drop us a comment. Let me know when you've achieved your first chin up. I'll congratulate. And if you get stuck, also drop us a comment. This is where we can come in and coach and help you. And as always, if you've got this far, thanks for your time. Subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next one.